Hi, I'm Kathy Carlisle, and welcome to Let's Plunge. This podcast is an exploration, an invitation to slow down, breathe deeper, and meet yourself more honestly than before. It's for anyone craving soulful clarity in the middle of real life. Not perfection, not polished, just presence. So if you're done with surface talk, if you want to feel more connected to yourself, to others, or to your own damn truth, this is your space. Grab your tea, your journal, or just a few quiet moments. Let's plunge. In this episode, you'll get a glimpse into a mentoring session with sweet, brave Amanda, where she does some Ask Kathy questions, and we dive into the vulnerabilities of our answers. Enjoy the plunge. Welcome to the podcast, Amanda Housley.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here.
And we're going to be doing some Ask Kathy today, which I'm pretty stoked about.
Me too.
What kind of questions do you have? I've read them, but I didn't.
Oh man, now
I didn't think about it. You got to read them to me.
Okay, I got to read them.
Let's just start with one at a time. I was like, I'll just respond in the moment.
Perfect. Oh, the first one was, how can I ease back into feeling my own self-worth?
My quickest response is, when have you felt your self-worth?
I think it comes from like moments of helping others. I can feel that boost. But then I started wondering the other day if self-worth was really, am I just thinking about it as confidence? And are they the same or are they different? I don't know.
I feel like, for me, they feel like the same family, at least.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Where it's like, oh, confidence. My worth is going up. Interesting.
Yeah.
I wish worth was a switch. You know, I like a good control panel where I'm like, self-worth, that's on now.
Yeah.
I think it's a practice. It's an internal practice. I think the ultimate practice is around just knowing your very essence, your presence in the world. You're worth being here. You're being being loved. You're worthy. Like, just by being born, you're worthy. And so I think it's a whole lifetime journey of that acceptance for each human. Because the humanness part of me is like, man, I'm not enough and I need to do more.
Yeah.
I think that's just human.
I think that it's funny. I think all my questions tie together, but it really comes from maybe just a louder inner critic voice of mine that's telling me like, oh, no, like you're not worth it, or you're not doing enough, so therefore that means no worth. Even though like it's crazy to me, like, because I can know what you just said is true about about worth being innate as yourself as you are, because you're born, like that is enough. Knowing and feeling is always the hard part for me.
I think with the human design lens, as we talk about a lot, with you being an ego projector, a self-projected is so important to hear your words. So I would just think your practice, you're going to the gym and exercising, that is really talking it out, right? Like just talking it out with me, you're like, yeah, I know intrinsically I have worth. I'm a good, awesome human. And I just have to be able to articulate that, because when I'm silent, I imagine your inner critic is in the silence more than anything. Like, I don't get to witness you talk out loud about berating yourself or anything. Right. So most of it's internal. So I think you had a question around the inner critic.
Mm-hmm. I did. Because literally it'll come like at a snap, or whatever I'm saying it is, like the drop of the hat. It just floods in, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm being attacked.
I wonder if you can start studying how often it's just in your head and silent thinking versus talking. Because I don't doubt it comes out in talking too. When I get really overwhelmed by something, I'm like, oh, that was so stupid. And so then the inner critic is actually outside of me and I can hear it.
Like you're speaking it.
Right.
Yeah.
But I imagine yours is more internal and thinking.
Definitely.
So my insight around that would be continued awareness, like continue studying it. Like, we're investigating it right now. Like, oh, how interesting. It's loudest when you're quiet and on your own, and watching others doing, and right. And so studying that to see when it's there, because we know why it's there. It's trying to protect you. It's doing a really great job, but it really does not
It needs to calm
serve.
down.
Right. It really doesn't do anything positive in the inner critics world. I think it thinks it's nailing it, and it's a pro.
Completely. It's max volume right now going, yes, I'm nailing it.
Yes. So
And-
protecting her. Meanwhile,
Flip side, not feeling it as much.
but
But yet I let it in somehow. Yeah, it can really bring me down. It's a silent battle for sure.
First and foremost, you're not alone. What you feel is real. And the fact that you want to get a hold of it and you know that it exists, you're killing it.
Yeah.
You're nailing it at life. And I know it's hard.
You've reminded me, and I try to remind this to myself, that you're like, if you have the kindness and the patience and the voice of encouraging others, you can flip that to yourself. So I try to bring that back around to me. And
oh my gosh,
it's a big
Denise
learning
was
curve.
telling me about a mother yesterday that she saw online. And the mom, let's see, how did she put it? The mom had just witnessed a fit in her kid. And the kid was really mean to her, like just a typical 4-year-old fit of like, I don't like you, and really angry. And so then the mom did a video of her crying, like, and talking to her inner child. Like, that was really hard to hear that, wasn't it? And somehow when Denise was doing all this, I could totally picture, like, whatever the TikTok was around this mom just trying to give herself that nurturing and the soft, gentle voice. And I was like, man, I do not practice that. It feels silly. It feels foreign.
yeah.
And I know it's what my soul, my inner child wants more than anything. And I know I can do it because I can give it to a child and a puppy or a kitten. Like, oh, you're so adorable. You're so perfect. I just don't know how to practice it quite yet for myself. It's not that I don't know how. I would say I'm just not in the practice.
Yeah. It's a hard thing to practice when, like, there's so many things to practice towards and move towards. And sometimes it becomes, which one am I going towards today? Sometimes it's that inner critic. Sometimes it's not. It could be other things. I can't think of examples at the moment. But
I think that giving you a tool most recently that I brought into my own life around the Love Sutra, knowing that you have this awareness, or knowing that we have this awareness. So in that moment of, whoa, I really just beat myself up, I'm feeling low. When in doubt, I go right to the sutra, which of course I have to share with everybody now.
Yeah.
Gate, gate,
Paragate,
parason gate.
Bodhiswaha.
Okay, and we'll say it together.
Okay.
Gate, gate, paragate, parason gate, bodhiswaha.
We nailed it.
Right? Like just doing that, like, you know, my upbringing was around the rosary. So just doing that 10 times, 9 times, I go beyond the 9 every time. But if you can say it 9 times, that is the practice. Morning and night are probably ideal. Like, oh, let me wake up to that and go to bed to that.
It's such a sweet thing to do.
So sweet. I don't think my inner child understands the words, but that's
okay.
my
I think
version
she'd
of
join
being
you.
tender, of like, gate, gate. Like, I'm with you. I got you.
I've been wondering, like, hold on, I can do this. Sometimes, like, reciting or speaking the sutra, or whether it's a mantra that you have. What was that?
It's
Hello.
spirit saying, you're on course, you two.
Wonderful. Do you ever feel connected to it? Or, like, I think what I'm trying to say is sometimes I feel connected to it, sometimes I don't. But I trust that what I'm doing is caring for myself, and I don't know if there's a question in that.
No, I'm sensing into it. Like, I feel that. The most connected I felt in doing it was when bald eagles helped me. So the bald eagle had come into a tree right in our yard, and I was like, gate, gate, paragate, parason gate. And it just sat there until I was done with the Love Sutra. So that's the most connected I've felt with it. But I feel connected to it right now in saying it's a tool in my toolbox. Like it's literally a tool that I can't lose.
Yeah.
Like I'm at this point, I wouldn't lose it because it's so in my sphere right now. Ask me in 1 year from now, I'll be like, oh, I forgot that was in there. I lost it. But right now, it's really lively and an accessible tool.
I feel like when you first showed me, like, I felt more connected to it. And I don't know if I'm just in this phase of, like, not feeling as much, but, like, I can't seem to hold the same feeling it had. But I keep trying it.
I think maybe newness. Let's throw some possibilities in there.
Yeah.
Newness, exciting to learn this new thing. So it felt just different, right? Yeah. I think about the rosary, right? Like saying Hail Marys and Our Fathers for me. Do I feel the intensity every time? No.
Right. That makes more sense.
Yeah. It would be like yoga. Like, do you feel connected to every pose and that Shavasana moment that you get every blue moon?
Right.
Someone might get it all the time. That's where it's not really fair to talk about and compare with each other. Like, do you feel connected? Yes, always. That is the deepest connection I have with spirit right now is that sutra. No. I get what you're saying.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
The other one was, how can I let my external compass drive less and my internal compass drive more?
I think how lovely you speak my language. So first, I'll give a rendition of internal external compass, which is just intrinsic knowing.
Yeah.
Agency, one would say. And then external compass is what I was raised on and consumed by most of my life, which is just what is everyone thinking, doing, what should I do? Everything was just very external for me. So now, knowing that I have an internal compass and that the internal compass helps me so much, has the external compass gone away? No way.
Yeah.
So just like I love a good control panel board, like it's just a matter of, okay, let me turn down the external compass because I feel it's really up high right now. And let me see if I can turn up the internal. Or I might practice just acknowledging when I know I'm going toward, like I'm using my internal compass and try to give like a quick woo woo. Woo woo. Like nailing it, internal compass moment. And or when you study those moments where you consciously ignored your internal compass. Like how many times do people are like, man, I had intuition on that. I knew the right thing to do there and I didn't do it. Okay. What'd you learn?
Yeah. That's such a softer thing than being like, you did it wrong or you could have done better or insert any other inner critic narrative there. Much softer.
Yeah. I mean, I've given it to my kids plenty of times as sarcasm as well. What'd you learn? Knowing that they don't want to hear that. So I really have to bring it super soft to myself. Like, what did I learn in that?
Yeah.
I mean, it is natural and instantaneous that I'm going to feel like I did something wrong, first and foremost. Not going to get rid of that. What do I bring in as the anecdote to that? What did I learn? And it's not usually in the moment.
That's helpful to hear too.
Yeah. It's in the crisis moments where I've got myself into a real hole and I'm sad and I'm just feeling unworthy or whatever the feeling is that I'm like, oh, okay, Kathy, you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
What did you learn?
Yeah.
You had to trial and error that. Good job trying.
I think I could try some of those.
That's why I wear the words. Yeah. Right? Like all the things need to be reminded all the time. It doesn't, I haven't practiced it for 40 years. The new stuff. The soft voice, I've had moments of it. I can give it to a child and a puppy or a kitten, like I say, but I've practiced the inner critic narrative more.
Yeah.
So I've got my master's degree in that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm asking myself to like, okay, put that down. Like, you got really good at it. Now it's all about learning. Can you just stay curious and try new things and be gentle with yourself when you try those new things because you know you're going to fail?
Right.
I'm going to bobble.
You're not going to fail.
I'm going to perfect it. Human design wise, shout out to Ruth Brennan. Thank you so much bringing that lens into me of she can bring that gentleness in of like, we need the 1-3s in this specific for me. Like, you're the investigators. You're the ones that go out into the world and kick the tires and wrestle the bushes and come back and let us know what you figured out. So it never gets old to hear that from myself because I haven't practiced that. Like, if someone would have gifted me that at a very young age of like, hey, you're the adventurer. You are the trial and error out in the world. We need you if you so accept.
What do you think that would be like if a kid heard that? I think maybe every kid would be different.
Unfairly, human design came into my life later in my childbearing years. So I was able to give it to Jamie as a 1-3, but I wasn't able to give it to him at that first point when kids are learning new things. I would spilled milk, like, right, first reaction, blame. My family's reaction is blame that I'm trying to decondition myself out of. So what do I think it would be like? It would be freedom. It would be, as I told Jelena the other day, I told her, without human design, I would have squashed her. But really, when I thought about it, I was like, no, without human design, I would have squashed us, our relationship. So Denise and I were talking yesterday about her not squashing her daughter, right? Because she's throwing fits and she's in that really tough time where I'm like, look, I know you could squash her so she'd fit into society and be presentable and be quiet. I'm doing a lot of the healing work from that. Like, I was born in the generation of children are seen and not heard. And there was a real pressure around, I know I could feel it from my mom of wanting everything to be fine and okay when dad comes home. So there's a real thing that women have ingrained in us from generations before that is a pressure of all pressures to please the men of the world, to please the man coming home, to not disrupt the men around us. Right? And whether that's a woman in her masculine mode too, I'm like, oh God, I'm pissing her off. I'm too much. So we get that narrative really strong as women that we have to begin to help each other heal from.
Yeah. Which
the only way I know how is to speak on the obvious. Like, oh, are you feeling like you're too much too? Are you feeling like you want to control the shit out of your kid? Or a mom trying to manage a child that's throwing a fit. I was like, what do I want to give to those moms? And it's less about words, and it's more about just like if I could walk by and just touch their shoulder, or like, I got you. You got this, mama. How intense. I see you're struggling.
Yeah. It's incredible though. Like, that little moment could go such a long way.
Because I know what I'm going to give across if I don't have intention with that, which is what she's feeling in the moment, what I felt as a mom, which is, oh my gosh, everybody's judging me. Like, I can't get control of my kid. Well, the getting control of my kid is exactly the healing work they have to do as adults, which I know is going to be, no matter how you raise your kids, no matter how perfect you think you're going to raise your kids, I know part of being human and being an adult is finally being that inner parent to yourself, or a parent to that inner child. And no one can fill that. I can't convince my mom to change. Like, my mom did her best, and her best was good enough. She's an amazing nurturer. And I've learned as an adult, I needed that inner child that is still with me, needed a lot more hand-holding, permission to be brave and try the thing, and a lot more tenderness and forgiveness for myself around, well, not doing it right and being too emotional.
Yeah.
Like, I might have not have presented as a highly emotional kid because I locked that down because I could see it was not going to be received well, i.e. numb it out, right? And now I literally have a numb body. So keep doing the healing. Like, here we grow again. Like this, I'm on the journey. I know the mission. I saw part of Mission Impossible, which was awful. But the language seemed to incept me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I so choose the mission.
Mm-hmm.
I have chosen this mission. And the mission is to be human.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really passionate right now about reminding myself and my kids that purpose at its very essence is nothing to do with doing.
Mm.
Like, I'm
That's
not
beautiful.
sure when that got shifted in this day and age of capitalism and whatnot, that it was all about what you do that gives you worth and is your purpose.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to find my purpose. I just want to find that thing that makes money. It's like, whoa, what if purpose is being born and being the best version of yourself? That's purpose. There's a real illusion for me, historically, having an able body, that it was in the doing, because I love doing.
Mm-hmm.
At its healthiest, yeah, I love to do. At its unhealthiest for me, it's mind numbing.
Yeah.
Just get busy.
I think a lot of people do that. I also think you're talking about like purpose and having this like ingrained idea that, like, you got to make this much money and this. Like, I talked to my brother the other day about just college and student loans and all that we get to pay back now. But when we were younger, it was like, you just get a bachelor's degree, you do X, Y, and Z, you're done, you're set. Or in my narrative growing up, it was like, you, let's see, graduate high school, get a college degree, get married, buy a house, that's it. And that's not really it. Like, that's what we were told, and that's what I was like living out. And then it's funny, when I got to my bachelor's degree, the new standard was raised. And it's like, nope, now you need a master's.
Yes.
And I was like, are you kidding me? I was told this was enough, and it's not. And it was so confusing.
It really is fascinating to witness on the outside that your generation and younger goes through, that bachelor's degree is not enough.
Yeah. Truly. It's insane.
Yeah, it's concerning for sure. I really, for all the scholars out there, they're going to gag. But I really do believe college is meant for confidence. Like, ideally, and I know that confidence is wiped away because you're looking at everybody else, and you guys have an online world now to show you that everybody's doing it different, and companies want people with masters, and then the companies are telling you, no, I think you need more. Well, some companies are telling you need more, and other companies are like, oh, you're too qualified.
Yeah. No, I'm in that category right now.
So it's this weird juxtaposition of, okay, I went and did the thing that they said was going to get me the thing. Doing. And now I'm not doing that, and so I feel worthless. That sucks.
It does. I think I've also been witnessing how sensitive I've become to the online world. And that's changed for me. Like, it used to not be as demanding as it is now. Like, growing up with it, I felt like I got a sweet spot. And then I just find myself having to not go on it as much because I can either compare or I'll just tell narratives. Like, you think their life's perfect, and it's not, because we're all just giving highlights and bits.
It really seems to me like it's crack for the inner critic.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Or no, a steroid. It'd be a steroid for the inner critic.
Yeah.
Like, it's juicing up. Like, oh, yeah, I'll get real tough now. We just did an hour online.
So, it's funny. It's interesting to see how things I thought I was, like, strong in can, like, change or shift. And that might just be with the times. I have to remind myself, like, it doesn't mean I'm failing in any way. It just means, like, okay, I gotta not do it as often, or find different things to engage in. So
that's like saying, right, another part of the journey would be changing your diet. Where it's like, okay, now you got to take all these things that are bad out of your diet. So I got to just take social media off. I got to do less. It's like, okay, how about I study why I do it? How about I study what kind of moments I am doing it in? What am I craving? Let me study that. and then give it that 80-20 that you love me talking about.
That's my favorite thing ever. Drives me nuts.
Give it a 20%. Like, okay, I'm not going to just say I can't do social media, period. You've tried all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're just deciding to do like a little more consciousness about it. So that's the 20.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough, because that's going to keep building up and adding up.
Yeah.
It's like making baby changes with your food. Like pretty soon, right over time, I just made small changes and now my diet's totally different.
Mm-hmm.
But I also went into that mode in the beginning of my journey, healing journey, around these are all the things I shouldn't eat. And that put me right into orthorexia, which was starving myself.
Yeah.
Just based out of fear. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, starve yourself from social media. Is that going to help? Is it going to... I mean, not unless... I think you could go away and there's people supporting and having accountability of like no one here is using them, right? Like that's the component that I enjoyed in the book I was reading by Jonathan Haidt around, good Lord, what's the name of his book? Something generation, anxious generation.
Oh, ooh, cool.
Lots.
Sorry, I quizzed you on that one.
Yeah. That really... That was a miracle that came in. Anxious generation. And he is very vocal and has some really good information around why you shouldn't give kids phones. And he gets very specific on each sex. But his point being of saying get off the phones or take the phones from them or don't let them use phones, that's only going to be effective and be life, withstanding, like sustainable. The only way that can be sustainable is if there's a community of people doing it with you.
That makes a difference.
So there's other parents with kids, and the other kids then can hang out. So let's say you're like cold turkey. It's so unhealthy for me to go on my phone. And then you go hang out with your family, and everyone's on their phone.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, okay.
We're like, so how's it going?
How do I talk about? Right? Or every conversation socially is around some kind of TikTok. And it's like, oh, have you seen that one? I'm like... haven't that. No, not that one again.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, let me show you. And so now we're back on the phones. Or is that a healthy version where you can get a quick socializing fix about it? Like, oh, that was funny. There's lots of funny shit for sure to laugh about together.
Totally.
But can we have our own experience too to balance it out?
Yeah.
We nailed it.
We did. I have one more question. I didn't write down.
Ready?
Yes. It's a question, but I don't know how to phrase it. Okay. So I was thinking about body alarms the other day and how, like, let's say an alarm's going off in my body. I do something to support myself. And then sometimes it doesn't alleviate anything, which is okay. Like, I know I tried. I think my question was around, like, what helps in the realm after that when I notice, like, okay, I tried something. I don't feel a shift, but I did my best. And, like, is that when you bring in, like, distraction? Like, or do you just sit with it? Like, I'm trying to think of, like, how I can help myself more in those moments.
Let's think about your headache.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you say you have a headache and I give you a mantra, and the mantra is, I see who I am and what I do with eyes of love, and you're saying you're like, I believe it, I feel it. That doesn't mean the headache goes away sometimes.
Right.
So it's celebratory of like, ooh, my body's really trying to get a message. I hear you, headache. Let me keep doing the body, mind, soul part of this. The mind was the mantra. The body part of it is you're drinking water. You might have to take some medicine, right? Like, you follow all the steps. The soul aspect of it is, in hindsight, once the headache's gone, thank you for all the alarms and thank you for gentle ones, right? Like, I can handle the gentle ones. The bigger ones are scarier, and I know you're still trying to talk to me. It's just building up the overall trust with the body.
Yeah.
That is the ongoing practice for me that is harder to do in the moment of an alarm. But an alarm for me is never just, oh, I have a headache.
Yeah.
It's like Christmas, and everybody is at Christmas, and they have all these presents, and they haven't even opened them. I'm like, or maybe a stocking. Like, oh, you thought it was just the stuffed animal stocking? Like, keep digging.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your body has such a huge gift for you. Right? And or someone around you. Let's say I share, like, whoa, I had an intense headache today, and I forgot there was a mantra that really spoke out to me today. I see who I am and what I do with eyes of love. And then that person's like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Mm.
I feel like I work with spirit in terms of, I was getting a lot of alarms. As soon as I had this awareness, it was like, whoa, this is too much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't handle all these alarms. And I feel like I made an agreement with spirit at that point of like, I will honor the alarms outside of me too. They don't all have to be inside of me. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean this human body doesn't have to stop having alarms.
Right.
I'm going to always have alarms as long as I have a physical body. Whether they're good sensation or bad sensation and everything in between. That I've learned. It's kind of like when I say I fully accept and trust my MS. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop throwing fits.
Mm-hmm.
So I totally trust the alarms in my body. I'm still going to respond to each alarm in whatever capacity shows up that day. I think staying curious about them, taking notes. Sometimes a headache's just a headache,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like it's a blend of all of it. You get to decide the meaning. You get to decide why it was coming in at the time. You get to decide if the hangnail was something you really wanted to focus on, or whoa, it's gone.
Mm-hmm. My friend reminded me, or she brought in maybe another tool to use. When I was out with her at dinner, and then I got this like wave of like really not feeling good, and she was like, I was telling her about it, and I'm like, I don't know if I need to lay down or like what's gonna, like I was just scared at that point, and she's like, it's just a sensation. She's like, you're safe. And I was like, okay. And I tried working through that, and it did kind of pass, but like I've been trying to hold that one a little bit more too.
I think if we could see a video of the moment that I get an alarm. I'm adult Kathy right now. The minute I get a scary alarm, if the video could show me going into a little child, that's what it would show. Because in that moment, you are a child.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, it's just big sensation. You're feeling a lot. Right? Ideally, I want to be that voice for myself.
Totally.
From my elders, I know the time of the lone wolf is over. So I think we're meant to get it in community as well, in the village, in the clan, in the pack. Mm-hmm. So how beautiful that your friend was able to hold space for you in that moment. And if she wasn't there, you've got to know, and you do know for proof in the past that you can handle it. You're going to get through it. My sensations tend to get bigger with humans around. Mm-hmm. I can ignore them, or I can, because I'm handling it so internally, the minute someone externally gets around me, I'm like, ah, I start crying about it. And I know enough now to just tell my family, like, the witnessing makes me tender. The witnessing makes me cry. I think that's healing. I have to trust it's healing, because I don't want to feel like I have to lock it all down just because there's humans around. I know my family doesn't get uncomfortable with my big emotion typically. Mm-hmm. I don't want to numb them up anymore. At this point, I feel like I couldn't if I tried, even though I know if I really tried and did some drugs or some alcohol, it's just not in my books. It's not in my future to be that. I know I would suck at either of those. So that's why I think I chose busyness as my drug.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll do like Plunge with myself on my phone, and I'll go to the depth ones, and you and I have talked about this before, like where we can kind of answer them quickly.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is a judgment towards myself or if it just is, but I feel like I answer them quickly, and maybe I'm not sitting with them, or maybe that day they don't strike an emotion, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But sometimes they hit me, and sometimes I'm like, yep, I know that answer. Got it.
My practice lately with depth ones and a practice with myself has been sitting with one question for a day.
Mm.
So kind of like an oracle card. I'm like, Oracle morning, plunge, what kind of question do you have for me for the day?
Nice.
So that's just a different variation of, right, like plunge's magical tool in that it's going to feel different however you use it, right? If you're doing a bunch of depth questions with someone else, it's going to give you a totally different feeling than doing depth with yourself. Answering depth questions for myself on my own, it's the magic of the app, what it brings out in any given day.
Well, I've told you before, like it's I don't know what word I've used, but it's timely. It's always comical. I'm like, gosh dang, it knows. It is like an oracle, in my experience, too.
Yes.
So I enjoy it.
I think it's a soul tool, personally, for myself, just like any of my other soul tools that I use, a way to get the synchronicities, the magic, the deeper questions through this one tool to help me dig into my emotions. Right? And it's harder to do the expression of emotions and feel deeply into our emotions when we're doing plunge with someone else. That's why I think an individual practice is so important, to sit and journal with one, to sit with a question for the day, to do a series and just be like, oh, I nailed it today. Like, look how many I answered just perfectly from my head. It's not right or wrong.
No.
It's like just the observer, the scout. Like, go in scout mode of like, what'd you learn from today's plunge?
Do we want to...
I was going to say, do we want to do a reverse dive? Let's do a reverse since we're kind of in the depth. Let's see what depth brings us. And if it feels too deep, then we'll know we have to do a regular plunge starting from blimp.
Okay. Should I read the disclaimer for everyone listening?
Yeah, just sure. Because it's a new one. Have you read the new one?
I did.
Isn't that so great?
Yes, I did read it the other day. I was like, she changed it.
Yes.
When I met the gal I might move in with, I was reading that to her and I was like, oh, cool. It's different. I love it. Okay. Now entering depth. This is depth. Listen fully. No advice. No back and forth. Just presence. Snaps or heard are all that is needed. Okay. Depth question. What or who do you have an unhealthy relationship with?
Quickest answer that came to my mind, body. I would say at its worst, it's an abusive relationship. At its best, complicated.
Heard. I thought myself was the first one. Probably my mind.
Heard. Might I add and note that at this level, the reason you and I could go through potentially quite a few right now in this moment is because we have a connection deeper right now, and we're really in listening mode. Like, okay, now we're in the depth listening mode. So without a huge back and forth, you can go through them pretty quick. And then you can reflect on them later and put in your playlist of like, ooh, I want to feel into that one. Right? Because we're thinking. The reality is we're thinking about our answers. So I'm like, the first thing that comes to mind. Now, is it something I would want to reflect on and feel later? Yes.
AKA save to playlist.
Save to feel later.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's my...
I like that.
Feel on this one.
What?
Because it's a feeler question for sure. It's like if I stayed in my body enough in that moment, I would have just had big emotion and cried, but that wouldn't give much of an answer with words for a podcast.
True. I'd be okay with either answer, though.
Yeah.
Next question. Has money ever impacted you negatively?
Shit, yes. Is this in depth still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, because there's huge emotion with money. So negatively, I think I just had very much of a scarcity mindset growing up. I had plenty. don't have to go into all the details of why I built up scarcity mindset. I think it's a very human trait in general. But I'd say it's affected our relationship negatively. It's been a negative feeling towards me personally. Like, I once said, if money was someone I was dating, it would break up with me. Like, I'm awful to money historically. I don't pay attention to it. I don't love it. I think when it does come, it's not enough. Mm-hmm. So I would say historically, it's just been a really dysfunctional relationship. And I think money would have broke up with my ass.
Heard. The answer, yes. I think I am in the midst of learning how to walk out of a lack mindset or scarcity mindset, but it's there all the time. Maybe not all the time, but feels like it.
Feels like it.
And yeah, I think also we talked about worth earlier. I think I tie things that are not worth to worth, like money and being independent. And so even though I'm an independent individual human living currently at my parents', it doesn't feel very independent. So
you're like, I'm an independent woman living in a cage.
It's not my favorite. Sorry, Mom and Dad.
Has nothing to do with them. Just
True.
The bird wants to fly from the nest.
Yes. And yeah, growing up, I think I just didn't have the best relationship with it. And then you give young minds money, and the concept of money is very different. So you're like, oh, spit it. And then it turns out you got to pay back. So
I think we could summarize money in most humans' lives as just being complicated.
Yeah, truly.
Like, I don't know a whole lot of people where it's not complicated or hasn't been complicated in their life.
Yeah.
Let's go to the surface, and we'll go to the blimp, and we'll be done. We'll be ready to tackle the world socially.
I wish I could capture it. Kind of captured, but your look was so cute.
Oh, my
I was
water
so
bottles.
proud.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, surface. Are you afraid of needles?
No.
I used to be. I'm getting better at them. Will I watch it go in me? No.
Got it.
But I can breathe through it now.
But how young? Like a huge fear of needles when you were young?
Ooh, yeah. Like people had to hold me down. I was bursting with tears crying.
Oh, let's celebrate that.
My mom, when she took me one time, she's like, I've never seen your eyes so bright green. Like, I cried that hard.
And bursting vessels that just turned
I don't
red.
know what happened. I just know I was young and it was the worst.
That's huge growth.
Yeah. You know what else helped change it? Was when I had loved ones in the hospital, seeing them, and then this sweet nurse told me one time, she's like, it's not the needle that goes in or stays in if they're getting like an IV or something. She's like, it's just like this plastic like cannula or something like that. I was like, okay.
So as a kid, you were just visualizing a needle stuck in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what else would it be? And then, so I got to learn other things, and that, then working in a hospital myself, that desensitized me quite a bit. I would look right at it and go,
What is that? Immersion therapy?
Yeah.
Like you ended up having immersion
Pretty
therapy.
much.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's cool.
I used to work with doctors. The doctors, with flu shot season, one of them would run away. He was so scared. He's a doctor. He's like a grown man.
Wow.
And he was like, no. So.
You're not alone.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. I wonder if I know this answer for you.
Are we in the blimp?
No, not yet.
Okay.
One more surface.
Okay.
What was your favorite game growing up?
You might not know this one. What would you think mine was?
I was going the board game. Shoots and Ladders.
Yeah.
Because we played that one time.
I would say Kick the Can.
Ah,
Was
that's a good
my
one.
favorite. Yeah.
That'd be fun. What was my favorite game? It's hard. Card games. I liked Uno. That was my go-to.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever play Spoons?
Mm-hmm.
Spoons is fun. I mean, it's terrifying, right? It's
Totally.
Like, but
It's so much fun. I enjoy that. Yeah. That's a good one. Have you ever played BS?
Yes, not in a long time.
Me either. It's been since like middle school. But I almost won one time, and this kid ratted me
have
out.
fun in middle school, right? You're like, bullshit!
Yeah. Right? It was the ultimate time to cuss. Nobody would know because you're at recess.
Totally.
It was great. What's your least favorite game? I made
Monopoly.
That question up. Me too. That.
I like, funny because we had the money question already.
Yeah, that's fun.
I like it in the beginning. It's just too long and gets too complicated.
I find my answer funny when I say, like, Monopoly, yes, that's in there. But the game of life, that's my least favorite game. I think it's funny.
I don't know if I ever played it. I mean, I feel like I would have played it.
Don't play it.
I know what it looks like.
Yeah. It's the same thing for me, concept-wise. It's just too long. And I lose interest.
Metaphorically, like life.
I know.
Like, it's so long. Money, it's so complicated.
But on the flip side of real life, I'm grateful. And then on occasion I complain too, because I'm human.
I'd say my current favorite, I'm not going to remember the name of. There's a combo of Sequence. Sequence is really fun. I do love a good game of Memory. It's pretty exciting. Okay. Classic Memory, and I have an octopus one.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, we could play that sometime.
I like that.
But there was another one that I'm not going to remember the name of it.
Oh. Was it the one I played with Jake and you? The Mastermind?
Yes. No, it's not Mastermind.
What's it called? But you read minds.
Yes.
That was so much fun.
Are we connected?
Wavelength?
Yep.
I got it! Yay!
Wavelength. Yes. We were on the same wavelength. It came into my mind, and you
transferred it to me, and then I said it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wavelength. That's a fun one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I got a lot of laughs that night.
I was at PT the other day, and the ladies were, one of them behind the counter was trying to explain the other one about Wavelength. I was like, badass game. She's like, you know it. That's fun.
We're all in a club now.
Yep.
Officially.
We're here. Wavelength.
Okay, blimp. Or blimpin'. Oh, have you ever been in the newspaper for anything?
Absolutely. Lots. Grew up in a small town. Mostly athletics. But would have been my marriage as well. Nothing shocking or negative or catastrophic.
That's great.
Yeah.
Glad to hear. School newspaper. That's about it.
And newspapers really aren't that popular anymore.
Right.
So the dream's kind of over of like, I want to be in the newspaper.
Like maybe for high school sports it got put in there without me knowing, but
yeah.
No idea.
Fun. See, we're in the blimp. Now we can go out in the world.
We did it.
Hi, thanks for listening. If something landed, let it ripple. And don't wait to plunge. Until next time, here's your depth question of the day. What motivates you to work hard? Really sit with that throughout the day. Get into the emotions of it. Keep plunging, plungers.